Hey guys, everyone here back again with another video. Today we're going to be doing Dehya's story quest as well as something trying to summon for Ayaka. I'm really excited for it. I hope I really do get Erika. I was just farming for Wanderer before. I think I've leveled him up a bit. I'm not really sure how to say it. Hold on. Yeah, so this is my current team. I have a 71 level 71 Wanderer with 71 crit rate and 160 damage, as well as a 46.6 animal damage bonus. And I also have Bennett here. He isn't looking that
Benny's
great at the
adventure
moment.
team, assemble!
Yeah, but he has a healing bonus. I also replace Yunjin with Faruzan, even if she's not C6. I still wish to have her. It buffs the animal. And last but not least, we have Zhang Li here, who doesn't have a good crit rate.
Osmanthus wine
Yeah,
tastes the same
but
as I remember.
he has a good HP, so that's all right.
But
Anyway, hold on, guys. Let me just get this. Okay. Anyway, today we're going to be now trying to summon for Ayaka. I really want her, and she would be a good addition to my team of cast of characters, I guess.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it
Yeah,
like it is.
this is not the
If
time,
someone
Wanderer.
can't handle it,
This is not the time. Okay, wait, wrong one. Here, no, not wrong one again. There we go. Nope, not. Hold on. There we go. There. Okay. So I have about like a lot of pity build up. I have 57 of these intertwined fates. I have enough pity to guarantee me a 5-star. I don't know if I'll be I'll be guaranteed a 5-star. I don't know if I'll win the 50-50. So I guess we already have one way to find out. Let's get right into it. Let's go summon for Ayaka and also for this guy. I can't remember his name. I forgot his name, sorry. Okay, let's skip this. We got Diona. Come on. Oh, we're getting to the 5-star now. Okay. Please be Ayaka. Ayaka, come on. Okay, you got another Diona. Yes, finally, Ayaka. Okay, that's perfect. We got an Ayaka. Okay. What did I get? Anything else? Okay, I actually thought it would take a little while, but I guess we got Ayaka now. Shall I also use all these 37 I have left? You know what? Let's use him to see if we can get this guy. And if I get another Ayaka, that's also good, I guess. Though I would like to build up pity if Wanderer ever comes back. I know C1 isn't C1 and CT2 aren't worth that much, but as the time goes by, I'd like to get Wanderer to C3. Okay, I got a Sucrose constellation. Okay, I got another Sucrose. Okay, I got 2 Sucrose. Awesome. Okay, let's do this 2 more times. Yeah, I just remember his name. His name was Mika, right? I want Mika. Come on, give me a Mika. Okay, I got a Mika. Okay, I finally got one. Okay, I'll just do one last time. It doesn't hurt. I want another Mika constellation, please. Okay, I got a Diana constellation instead. I really need to build these 4-star characters one day. Okay, so first let's see over here. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got a sucrose constellation. Yes, the sucrose is now C3. Okay, C3 sucrose, that's good. Then we got, I think, C4 or 5 Giant, I think. Oh, C5 Giant. Okay, C5 Diona, and okay, we also got Ayaka. I have to give her artifact soon. Yeah, and did we get anything else? We also got Mika. Yep. Okay, so that's good enough. We got Ayaka. That's good enough. If a Wanderer ever shows back up, I would like to get him as well. Okay, so let's get back into the real reason why we're streaming today. Okay, where is it?
There's no need to exchange.
Okay, so we'll be doing the Dehya story quest now, and this one is right. Yeah. Okay.
Please. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, so where are we supposed to go? Okay, over there. Got it. Where is it? Okay, I can't find it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Best way to get there is through here. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are about to go see Dehya now. Where is she? Where is she? Is she at the Grand Bazaar? Oh, guys, wait a minute. Hey, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Ivan's trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list?
We have a shopping list. I thought we just bought everything we saw and took everything we could.
Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some.
Well, that wasn't on our list, was it?
We can still add it to the list.
Add the entire bazaar to your list, traveler.
Well, if it isn't the traveler and Paimon.
Oh, the design is here as well.
Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
So you two are still hanging out together. Dehya, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard, not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends. The Holmayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dehya to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago.
I see.
My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dehya wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming.
This is wholesome.
Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
I see.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dehya.
Guys,
Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
I'll be right back. So where did I leave off?
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got a little bit of disturbance right now. I had my roommates and a friend come over at the moment. So now let's get back into this.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dishes. Paimon can't believe you can still refuse that.
Paimon, everyone isn't like you.
But wait, didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today when you leave? There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I mean, yeah, Eliza has me
I'm
cured.
sorry, my lady, but no can do. There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
Oh, is something the matter?
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
Well, the desert really isn't a good place.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
All right, fine.
Did they go
To be perfectly
story quest too?
honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like
Yes,
I
I'll be
feel
right
like
back.
something is off about you lately.
Okay guys, I'm back. I'm really sorry for this content disturbances but I assure you there are no more. So let's
Ever
get
since
going.
you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid.
Something must have happened in the desert.
Have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding?
Yeah, she
You're
definitely got in
worrying too
trouble.
much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said.
She won't do
If
it, right?
something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
And she can say anything.
Looks like Junior's was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
True.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion.
Yeah, I mean, look at that guy. He's just minding his own business but can hear everything you're saying.
Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you
Sure.
may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts.
Oh.
We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave.
Oh, I thought she was part of the Eremites because, you know, she, what was that dude's name? The Eremite leader. She had dealings with him, I guess. But I guess they were just friends.
However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of Mora. The most notorious is a faction known as Deshret's Relics.
Oh, of course. Of course, everything has to tie down back to Deshret for some reason.
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Ahmar.
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Yep.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Akmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Akmar.
Oh, another
Dakan?
contributor. Yeah.
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years. Anyway,
I see.
the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusina.
Oh, this is father-daughter problem.
Say what now?
Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. So a father-daughter problem,
I
basically.
think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Oh,
Hundreds?
Yep, the scenes tend to be quite gruesome too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them.
even their underwear? I mean, if they did that, that's fucked up on a completely different thing.
Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
Oh, so that means they must be pulling out a big operation of some kind to go to those lands to target another mercenary brigade,
That's
right?
beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own kind.
I mean, technically it's not that terrible because there. I mean, there are many people who just push their own kind under the bus for themselves. I mean, look at the academy. Look at the Al Haytham story quest. Look at those guys blaming one guy for helping a suicide victim. Come on.
I don't know how Deshret's relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Akmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, the academia did go around a big change after we arrived, so they must have seen it as an opportunity of some kind.
If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target.
Oh.
I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
I don't know. People can do many things when it comes to the things they care about and things they don't care about.
I don't know.
Yeah.
People change. He's always been pretty pathetic. But at least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him?
Oh.
He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women.
And how did he become the leader of his brigade again?
Of course, the other brigade members were just like
Okay,
him.
that explains it.
Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, I never knew my mother.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Dia. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person.
Yeah, that
He told me that
happens.
he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories. But the problem was that he had terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale. They were tales
Damn.
of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
Yep.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about
Oh, yeah, I
20
get that.
repeats, they started to get a little dull. He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play. Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
What an interesting guy.
But it doesn't sound like he had all bad intentions.
Yeah, I've
That's
always
true.
found him pretty childish.
Yeah,
That was
he
something I
seems
could
more
just
like a
shrug
child
off.
than a person.
I had no
that
reason
is-
to despise him. Until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself. Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them. No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down. Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and
Yeah.
reality must have hit hard.
If he had actually shown her these things since childhood and had convinced her that it's alright to do these things, then they would have grown up differently and would have done the same thing. So yeah, that's one foolish decision on his part. Second foolish decision was chasing after so many women instead of having just one wife.
Yeah.
But then again, it
don't worry,
resulted
my
in the
lady.
day of today,
It's
so
all
I
water
can't be
under the bridge to
complaining.
me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me.
If you just want to find out, why then suddenly start causing so much more trouble?
Yeah, I told the boys to gather as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
Yeah, that's why she doesn't want you to go to the desert.
It is,
Mr. Nizar.
but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
I'll go back to the desert with Dehya.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
Miss, I'm caught up in every mess that goes throughout the 7 nations at this point, okay? I defeated Dragon. Two gods, three gods, Osaka, Raiden Shogun, and the Balladeer. I'm pretty sure I'm qualified to go with you.
Well, he's super tough, so if he went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem will be solved in no time.
Yep.
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you took him along to help.
You can count on me.
I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady. All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
Oh, so we can see what her mercs are like. Okay. Lion's blood.
Behold!
Oh.
Please be careful. I'll stay in the city and wait for news from
What's wrong with that dog?
you. Just don't do anything reckless, all right?
Okay, you got it. What was wrong with that dog? That dog just zoomed out of there. Okay,
Hey, Dehya, you're back.
Blazing Beast
Are
member.
these two friends of yours?
Yep, best friends. I trust Dehya with my life.
Oh, so you've already become like one of us then? Well, that's good to know. Anyway, since we've got a newcomer, let me fill you in on what the Khan al-Akhmar's been up to lately. They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become acceptable targets.
Oh,
They even
damn.
attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. But it sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
Yep.
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market. A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used in their next violent operation.
What are they trying to achieve?
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora. A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while.
Oh,
We even
oh no, I
disguised
pressed the wrong
ourselves
button.
as merchants to conduct trade with them. We were able to learn a few things from the exchange. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more accurate to say that they're experiencing an internal power struggle.
Oh,
Wait, a power
so
struggle?
someone is striking back against Dehya's dad.
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigades of Deshret's relics. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only plausible explanation we have. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. It seems they're also trying to keep things under wraps. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as the Khan al-Akhmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
Oh, so they were able to cause so much damage. That's somehow making things even more confusing.
Sounds mighty strange to me, too. Haroon, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us. Gotta
We
say,
got it.
though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the few days I was gone. Sounds like you were really putting your necks on the line, no?
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are.
Yeah, I mean,
Khan
they could be
al-Akhmar is your
potential targets
father's
as
crew
well.
after all.
Yeah, and they could be targets as well.
What he said. Besides, Dehya, haven't you done more dangerous things than all of us combined? What we did is nothing compared to your experience.
Who is this
Yeah.
guy? Oh,
And while they
okay.
went to talk with Dakan al-Akhmar,
Two
I took a
extras.
look at the last camp they attacked. Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Hisham and Khalaf. You're here,
Okay.
too.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebot. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from him.
Green behind the ears. Bro, I fought gods.
Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
Everything about you is special, Paimon. So much that I want to dissect you.
Oh,
If I was a doctor.
you're also planning to tag along with them?
Oh, shit!
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever he goes, Paimon will follow.
Oh, in that case, then you'd better take care of her too, Dia.
Yeah.
Underestimate Paimon?
Yeah, she always flies away whenever danger occurs.
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the traveler here.
Yeah, just watching in the background.
Even if she had only survived on sheer luck,
Yeah.
then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances.
What appearance! Everything about that girl is special. I would run away if I see a real one in real life.
One other thing, Dia. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy about your upcoming schedule? We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty disappointed to only find our crew of rough, unkempt guys. The deputy put a lot
so
of
they
effort
is pretty
into the event,
popular
but
as
it was
well.
basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay, and that really got to him.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main selling point, after all. Now, if only
So she's the mascot.
Figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Oh, yeah.
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping like a bunch of scarecrows. The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
Poor guys.
Huh? Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
I don't think you were part of the brigade yet.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
I mean, what were you going to do?
All right. We can tell you about it later. Now's not the time.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
Come on, those two are embarrassed as it is. They've been embarrassed already.
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that
He's
doesn't put an end to
apologizing
it,
over there.
then you just challenge him to a fight. But we also don't tend to take many things too
And he's
seriously.
running away.
Being direct and getting it all out of your system as
Yep.
soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up, never talking. That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk
And they're
to
just
them.
watching them.
If I want to laugh, I'll
Run.
laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it.
I'm
Though,
not even
I
listening
could
to you
never do
there
that
anymore.
when
I'm
I'm with
just
the Homayanis.
into their expressions. What's going on?
Hey, knuckleheads, can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, you hear her, Holloff? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. I drew up a map. Right here is the spot. There you'll find the merchant caravan responsible for getting rid of Dekhan al-Akhmar's looted goods. All
Okay.
you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Will do. You stay safe, Dia.
Okay, so let's get going. Hello? Is my internet not working? Hold up. My internet should be working fine. Why can't... Okay, right, I can.
Hey, Dia.
Oh, wait. Oh, I was about to reopen that cutscene. Oh, shit. What's up with my internet? Okay, seriously. Okay, guys, I'm back. My internet connection is stable again. I don't know what happened to me. It's as if everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong for some reason. And I don't know. I'm gonna
Like I
talk to
said,
these three guys.
the two ladies Dia brought with her were also like super mercs. I'm talking same level as Flame Main here.
Oh? Will we get to meet them?
Oh, you should have seen it. The aura of the two of them when they were standing together, it was incredible. I was just at a loss for words.
So pathetic.
Hey! Shut up!
Okay, so now I know what's gonna happen. Anyway, let's get back into the quest because everything has gone wrong till now. And I just want to hope this quest gets over before anything else goes wrong. If you catch my drift.
sun rises.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time.
I thought it would be in the desert, but okay.
It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
No need to worry. He knows his way around a fight.
Yep.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all,
Yep.
we still need to get information out of them.
Still need to. It's not about how many people we are going to kill. It's about how many people we are going to let live. You know, not kill. So, but there's something in my eye stings because someone's cutting onions down there. I
Here they
guess.
come. You ready?
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to
Let's
this.
not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
Okay, I get Dehya.
Close enough. Lucky today. Behold. Stabilize.
Oh, it's over? Okay. And there's only one left.
You're the Flame Bane.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
I'm really sorry, guys. It's just that some smoke, I guess, came from my window and it's really hurting my eyes. So I'm just gonna be crying a little bit through this quest. I could just stop the recording, but I just want to do this Dehya story quest because this is the only thing I can do right now, and the only time I'm free. So I just want to get this over with.
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
I mean, we could torture you.
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work?
Yep.
Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
It's alright, Amma. She knows what she's doing.
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds.
I'll save you the trouble.
Yep. Oh, she actually did.
Huh? Are you crazy?
Wait, no. He killed himself?
He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies.
Oh, he's loyal, I guess.
I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
But why would he be so extreme?
He's loyal.
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we do?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking.
Yep.
There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something. I'm really sorry.
He's not gravely injured. Probably wake up soon. Should be okay leaving here for a little while. Yeah. Okay, so let's search the area. There's some weapons in the boxes. There are a bunch of medicine, bandages, and those are really up to no good. Okay. There are a lot of daily necessary food and water. It doesn't seem like there's anything noteworthy. Okay. Unchecked backpack.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant caravan, they should have a record of their transactions. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti.
Oh?
All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and medicine. It seems that in the past, they used to receive some canned knowledge as well. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods for Mora, and the funds will then be passed to a specific person. That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods, which will then be brought right back to Dakana Lakmar.
See.
Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
What?
No value?
Yeah, every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered.
Maybe the Mora amounts just happened to cancel each other out?
Perhaps, but they couldn't have known
No.
how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all? Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was probably sourced from the rainforest. Huh?
What is it?
Wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homayani?
Oh!
Dunyarzad's family?
Oh!
Could it
Nope,
just be another
nope.
family with the same last name?
Nope.
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father and the head of the Homayani family. Just what the heck is going on here?
Calm down, Dehya. Let's analyze the situation
I'm
first.
sorry. You're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakana Lakmar.
What are they
The
doing?
Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't
No,
have
that's
been
impossible.
trading with Dakana Ahmad.
That's a possibility. But if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shazamon as their person of contact? They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Rebat
If
or Port
Shazamon
Olmos.
was actually aware of this, then perhaps he's been supplying the brigade operations this entire time.
Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the loot.
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homayanis are in need of money.
The rich always want to get more rich,
I
Paimon.
honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious.
Hold up. Could it be like they're keeping tabs on Dehya because they're connected to Deya's father?
The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past, but that's still
Could
just
be.
a speculation. I don't think the master would stoop so low to make Mora.
I don't think Dunyarzad knows about anything about this either.
You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and she wouldn't deliberately keep something like this from us.
But what should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If we want to get to the bottom of this, we won't be able to turn back.
If you ask me, we already have no choice but to confront her about this. I'm not worried.
Damn.
It's too early to make a verdict yet. I still have faith in the Homayanis. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support. If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakana Lakmar.
Dia?
Yeah.
Are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need, we just end up revealing everything we've discovered to the enemy?
Okay, that's actually pretty
I've
smart.
considered that possibility. But even still, I want to tell her what we found. I think I owe her that much. True friendship is built on trust. She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion. That's not how I deal with people.
You're right.
Yeah.
Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
I hope you'll be of help to her.
Yeah. Let's pay another visit to Sumeru City.
Squall and Fury!
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then. Well, how did it go? What did you come up with?
A lot.
Actually, we're still investigating. It's just that we've discovered something strange.
Yep.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
Yep, to you,
Something
in fact.
like that. Yeah.
Or your family, to be
You all look a
accurate.
little dispirited. Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all. Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll be able to say something to cheer you up?
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset with my father or anything like that. How should I put this?
So
Yeah.
something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon have been uncharacteristically quiet. On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, "Dunyarzad, we're back!"
Yep.
So tell me,
She knows Paimon like
what
tea.
happened?
In the back of her hand.
Well,
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next. It concerns the Master.
The Master? You mean my father? Okay, I understand. Don't worry about me. I'll listen as attentively as I can.
Please don't pass out from what we are about to tell you.
My father has been supplying goods to Dakan al-Akmar?
Yeah, it makes as little sense to us as it does to you. I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
That feels unlikely, though.
I can't help but agree with the Traveler.
huh? You mean you feel the same way,
Oh?
Dunyarzad?
Has she noticed something?
Thank you for sharing all this information with me. Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you about some doubts that I've been harboring for quite a while. In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father
Yeah,
go
that's what
out
I
of his
thought.
way to hire Dehya?
Her father is helping Deya's father keep tabs on Deya.
About that, well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beasts. Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around to become one of his bodyguards. He offered me a pile of Mora, so I just signed on.
Well, but that didn't really answer my question.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Why did my father specifically reach out to the Blazing Beasts?
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available.
Nope.
Or maybe
He's
someone
keeping tabs
recommended
on you.
us. I've never given it too much thought. I think I get what you're saying. You'd think none of this was a coincidence.
Yep.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seems strange or out of place. But there are many parts of the story that don't actually make any sense.
Every game theorist says that.
If my father had always been in contact with Dakan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dehya into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dehya to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over my life anymore.
Maybe that's what you think.
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence your life without you knowing.
Yeah.
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
That's what things are looking like at this point.
Sorry we put all this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be thanking you. Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been funding a violent group of mercenaries, then it's my duty to bring him back to reason.
But is that really the right thing to do?
I mean, it depends.
My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for him. You may call me an ungrateful child, but my feelings will remain the same. However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing but generosity and kindness.
Yeah, but that generosity and kindness can be fake, as we have just learned.
If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Also true.
Dehya.
It's all right, Dehya. If anyone were to ask, you could always just say that I'm the one who instructed you to get to the bottom of this.
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking responsibility. Besides, you're the one we should all be worried about right now.
Hey, it's still too early to give up hope. What was the thing about friendship again?
True friendship is built on trust.
Right, yeah, trust. You said that yourself, Dia.
Yep.
Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts.
If your trust hasn't been misplaced, then he probably has many conflict feelings as well.
Thank you, everyone.
Sorry, I'm stubborn.
That makes a lot of sense. I guess I should always remember the trust that I've placed in people. In which case, my lady, could you ask the master to come out and have a chat with us?
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us a logical explanation. Let's meet at the usual place then.
Yep.
Usual place? Ah, right.
Is it the Grand Bazaar? It is the Grand Bazaar, isn't it?
The wind rises.
Or maybe not?
Too slow. Behold.
Oh. Oh, it's not the Grand Bazaar. Oh, that bench. That really special bench. An extremely special bench. Where we just went to like 2 or 3 times. Or 5 or 6 or...
Thank you for
I guess
coming, sir.
if you count the Samsara, I guess more than 100.
Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the Traveler, and next to him is his travel companion, Paimon.
Okay, so this is Unizad's dad.
Yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to time. It's a privilege to finally meet them in person. But we may skip all the pleasantries for now. What is the important matter you wish to discuss with me today?
Well, we wanted to bring this transaction record to your attention. There's something on this record that we're all pretty curious about.
Yeah.
So, that's what you found. Huh.
Oh,
Seems
so he
like
is part
I
of it.
can't
Okay.
keep everything from you much longer.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. What I do know, though, Dia, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything, it will likely cause you a great amount of anguish.
Wait, me?
Oh!
Yes,
Oh?
I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective commitment to do the right thing. But knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say, ignorance is bliss. Your father, Kusela, and I both believed that. Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth, but I must warn you, the facts of this matter may reduce everything you've built for yourself into sand, blowing in the wind.
Oh, so her life has been controlled this entire time.
If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also fade into the wind like a fleeting mirage.
His heartfelt efforts? I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure I follow. I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father's support. I have
That's
my own
what you
ideals
think.
and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish and fight for.
Oh, come on! What's wrong with my internet? It was working just fine. Why is everything going wrong this day? Why? Why does this have to happen to me?
I came here today to support you as the head of the Homiyani
Okay, now we're
family.
back. Go on.
No warning will change my stance on that.
I understand. Then let me tell you a little story. Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyazad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked by bandits. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, a group of passerby Eremites lent us their support.
Okay, so Eremites constitute like the entire thing, not just brigades. Okay, got it.
Those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dekan al-Ahmar. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would Dekan al-Ahmar go so far to save us and not spare the fellow Eremites? Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyazad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face
Yeah.
and really started crying.
Really?
I mean, you
never
were a
knew.
baby, so yeah.
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time and offered everyone generous remuneration.
So, that's what happened.
Yep.
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door.
Oh?
The man I knew to be strong and healthy had been reduced to a shell of himself. He couldn't even walk anymore without his cane.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
Yeah, so
Not
what happened?
too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He said there was absolutely nothing to worry about and that he had gotten into a fight. That was all. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar. There was no need for her to have a bodyguard when she could barely leave the house, but he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know a bodyguard won't come in handy one day? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the Blazing Beasts, and in particular, a mercenary named Dehya.
So he was the one who recommended Dehya to you.
Oh.
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks. He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the vicious world of mercenary life. If Dehya could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert would decrease, and she'd be able to leave her previous life behind.
And
I see, so
that's
that
why
was
you
it.
offered her such generous compensation?
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, I also began to see Dehya as my own daughter. And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took.
Yeah, okay. I
Priscilla
understand that.
saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him entrusting his daughter to me.
He was always like that, acting like he's oh so smart and self-righteous.
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. I refused to take any mora from him, but he'd always sent me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter from him a few years ago.
Dehya's father is dead, isn't he?
The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, medicine, and even explosive materials.
Okay, well, so if he's not dead, what is he planning?
Wait, isn't that around the time that Dekan al-Ahmar started becoming more aggressive?
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. I wanted to meet him face to face to discuss things, but by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because he doesn't want to put Dehya at risk.
By that same token, he should have also stopped asking you for materials.
That thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably came to me for help because he had nobody else to turn to. After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I turned down all his requests for explosives and weaponry. I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to harm, but I could not simply reject his plea for help. In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just chose a solution that made me feel least guilty about myself.
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his world. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world in the first place.
Oh no, Dehya, please don't feel that way.
Yeah,
I'm just angry because
he is
I
just
can't
angry.
wrap my
Come on.
head around any of his actions.
Maybe there's another way of looking at all of this. Can you try to believe in him just one more time?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I can do it. But I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still need to figure out his exact actions and reasoning for these last few years.
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything between the two of you would need to be resolved between you and him alone. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, I tried my best to avoid getting involved any further with him. However, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member of the Corps of 30. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Dakan al-Akhmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know Kusela's whereabouts. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe you'll be able to find him there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Then I guess this is bye for now, unless...
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little dazed and haven't finished processing everything quite yet.
It's understandable.
My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I'm also not sure if there was a right way to handle this problem. I feel like our only course of action is to turn everything we know over to the Corps of 30 and let them render judgment.
Yes. I am prepared to accept whatever verdict they choose. It's time to face my mistakes.
And the tavern is right here. Okay. Wait. No, not that. This counts as night, right? Come on. Okay. There he is, Jawad. My bro.
Huh? Who are you guys?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps. Pretty bold, if you ask me.
Shh. Keep your voice down. How do you know all that?
We know everything.
We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy to talk things over once we're somewhere private.
You better not bring us to a trap because we'll kill everyone we see.
This place should do. Alright, back to my question. How did you all know about me?
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment you'll face once we report you to the Corps, I assume.
Wait, there's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out. What are your terms?
So what's in it for you anyway, Mora?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time, and Kusela took good care of me in the past. I weighed it in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down. I wouldn't only be helping my benefactor, but I could also make some quick Mora.
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating to
this guy's not in the wrong for thinking
end
that.
To their operations. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to reduce the terms of your punishment.
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen, I made quite a bit of Mora from my last run. You just give me a number.
that won't work.
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary is after something other than money.
Alright, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some nice words for me later.
I love the way this guy talks, by the way.
They're always on the move. Here's the spot they were at the last time I made my delivery to the desert. Feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you though, it's not on me if they're not there anymore.
Sure. And then you can forget about any nice words from us.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Come on. Now you're just being unreasonable.
Really? And how do I know you're not leading us straight into a trap? Don't forget, you're the one with no bargaining chips.
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look, and if they're not there anymore, I'll try to figure out something else for y'all.
This guy's voice is just really good.
Now that's more like it. Let's move.
How is this guy an
As for
NPC?
you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You don't want us to call the folks from the Corps and have them drag you back to the city.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't. I feel bad for him a little bit. I don't know why. Perhaps his voice, I guess?
Behold!
Is there a way to get on top of this? Oh, come on. Okay, so we're here on top. Come on, where is it?
The wind rises. Quit following me.
Okay, so we're... What's happening? Okay, so
Seems
we're
like we're in
here.
luck. That should be their camp right up ahead. Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves.
Okay, so let's see what's going to happen.
I'm here to see Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Dehya, why are you here?
Oh, yes, they know her.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Behold!
Look alive.
I really want to use her burst ones, but I don't have the opportunity to.
Haven't you all done enough?
Okay, so there's...
So you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
Oh, it's got everything to do with us.
Let's get it on!
She's not that bad, I guess.
Squall and Fury.
Okay, let's use her burst. It's got a great animation, I have to admit that. It's got a great animation.
Oh, she's so strong.
All the guys we took down.
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things too far. Just bring Kusela to me. There's no use hiding him anymore.
He's dead, isn't
Did
he?
you understand a single word I just said? Or do I need to bash your skull in some more?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down for a second. Dehya, the boss can't come out and see you anymore.
Yeah.
He died a long time ago.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
So that's why they turned on each other. It was all motivated by revenge.
Let me start from the beginning. Dehya, do you know how the head of the Relics maintained order internally?
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were a part
Yeah.
of it, yes.
But there must be
But
something
just
more.
those on their own weren't enough. They had another tool at their disposal. They called it a person's record. Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in Deshret's Relics were forced to leave a record of themselves at headquarters, whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit. The record served both as a symbol of loyalty and the perfect material for blackmail.
So you mean Kosala thought there were no escaping the records?
That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, Tikriti, and all the boys who grew up with Dia and ended up joining our ranks. But you, Dia, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's sinister rules. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly to headquarters. But in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he do? He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records. He'd come up with all kinds of excuses and get beaten up as a result.
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk without a cane.
Damn, that's father of a year record.
Wait,
Every award.
That doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this. And I'd never seen him get injured or beaten.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating and wounds from battle?
Yep.
When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
Oh.
So even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need, since the Khan al-Ahmar would soon be no more. His words made no sense to me, but that night, we heard that a massive fire came from headquarters and razed everyone's records to ash.
Damn!
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our ranks, but from the other brigades as well. But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of the Khan al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters strength. It's given us the opportunity to launch our attack, even though we're outnumbered. We vowed to see our revenge through to the very end.
But the Dexter brothers hasn't been the only victims of your revenge.
There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped to the rainforest.
Oh, okay,
and
now
we
that
won't
makes sense.
let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies. From food and medicine to weaponry and explosives. All we can do is exchange our loot from Mora, and then use that to get supplies. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, many people were willing to come to our aid.
Okay, so that's
we
what
were
happened.
also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win many impossible battles. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to directly strike their headquarters.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
Same here, that's one hell of a story. Responding to violence with more violence will only cause more pain. Do you have any idea about the damage you... No, Aether! Okay. Aether, my bro. Shut up. Don't be a credit issues. They're actually doing the right thing. This is the rule of the desert, okay? This is not the rule of a city where you can report them to the police. This is the rule of the desert where killing is normal. You should shut up. Seriously.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very
Yeah,
beginning.
exactly.
We do not deserve the freedom that the boss won for us with his life. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about sacrificing yourself to save the world. We used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end,
Yep.
he really went and lived those stories out himself. As for me, I never considered myself a hero. We're all the lowest
Mad
of the
respect
low.
for this guy.
We have no right to even imagine such an existence.
we have mad respect to this guy. Idrisi, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but mad respect for you. This guy not only is ready to take his revenge for his boss and repay his debt, but also doesn't consider himself a hero and actually looks at his own existence in an objective way. I mean, the mad respect for that.
But maybe those heroes.
The amount of people that can do that are very low. Let me tell you that.
The spirit of the hero touched all those he had saved, and more people joined his cause. Maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, we were drawn in. And now, we want to see the story through to the end. I'm sorry, Dehya. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a madman ranting.
Yeah, she doesn't know what to say anymore.
I'll go with you.
Oh, she's ready to kick some ass.
Dehya? You want to go with them?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that some situations get so bad that it's difficult to tell good from evil.
Yep.
All I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I want to know if my father is still there. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for
We
you to
are
tag
already
along.
involved, Dehya. Come
I can
on.
do this on my own.
I am on your side, Dehya.
Yeah. Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see this through to the end.
Thank you. We'll be a lot stronger together with you.
I bet Boss would lose his mind if he ever knew you'd join us at the very last moment like this.
Yeah, he
Considering
would.
all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants. But the fact is, I owe him this much.
Yep. So let's go and beat these guys up.
I guess it all comes down to this.
What a bummer. I just had to get injured now, right before the final fight. Be sure to punch one of them for me.
Of course, of course. Sorry about this. Sorry about injuring you guys. Come on. Really sorry.
I guess it all comes down to this.
This is not the guy I was meaning to talk to. Okay, wait. Oh. Okay, I can't talk to this guy. Okay, I can't talk to these guys.
Quit following me. The wind rises.
Okay, oh wait, it's that far away. Oh, sorry. It's going to be a long climb, isn't it? Oh, there's something very convenient here. That's convenient.
Quit following me.
Is this the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
They must be all inside.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their perimeters.
Yeah, if the situation is that bad, it's going to be pretty easy beating them all up. Okay, so I'm going to replace you with her.
Stay close and you will live.
And I will replace him with... Damn it! Don't have a good Dendro. I need to get the Dendro Traveler really quick. Guys, excuse me for a moment. I'm just gonna go and get the Dendro Traveler.
There's still a long road ahead. Lightning flash!
Okay, I'm back. Come on.
Quit following me.
I've decided not to go with Bennett because I'm going to get Dehya anyway, so it's going to replace the power one and also need Zhongli's shield, so yeah.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people they've got left, though.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
I have fought through many situations like this before.
We'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
True.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here. I'll take the lead. I've been here once before.
Yeah, this is the headquarters if I'm not mistaken. No, this is not the headquarters, I think. Okay, so we are following them. There they are.
That's happy to fly. You are not.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Solidified! I will have order!
Spawn Fury.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Yeah, the crowd's like, hey! Guys, wait, hold on a moment.
They went charging ahead without checking for any traps.
Okay, I'm back. Come on. And they're gone!
You guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything else.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss down.
Let's check if there's
Oh,
another
yeah,
way.
come on.
The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better.
Yup,
Let's
I can
see.
already see a few puzzles.
I think I see a way through over there.
Yep.
But it's being blocked by something. Let's try our luck with that mechanism.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, we're finally here, Where's the big battle?
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through.
Oh, so this is the
from other
leader.
side. But as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run. Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already.
This guy's voice is pretty amazing, I have to say.
I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
Oh.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory.
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power King Deshret bestowed upon his follower. They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory.
Yeah, well, we are people who have defeated God, so yeah.
Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
Oh, okay, so they're being self-aware. They know it's a wave. Okay, I'll just wait for them to corner. Okay.
Order guide.
To kill you.
There is no escape.
Where do you think you're?
Oh. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
Look alive.
Squall and Fury. You don't think that you won. You're just getting started. We'll have order. Propagate! Now you're
Let's get it on! Gloves off!
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Well, the guy is already dead, so yeah.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Try louder!
Oh, come on!
Scatter!
Now you shall perish!
Brothers!
With me, this is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
Where do you think you're going?
Quake!
Sakura! Ha! You asked for it!
I'll take my
But will meet again.
Okay, it's over.
The commander has finally fallen!
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes, keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
When the next wave comes,
Yeah.
try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Oh, they're here. Only one guy?
Get out of
No,
my
the
way.
others are here.
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen. No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more.
Yeah, the same is with you guys, I guess. Oh!
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Oh, what is this guy about to do? Oh, what is this guy about to do?
We were too late.
It's over.
He killed himself.
There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Yeah, they stopped as well.
Hey, Dehya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
And yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Oh shit! Why? There goes all my ults.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Who
so
are
we're
you
here.
filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after? Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey,
yeah.
I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. I'm telling the truth. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out every day?
The irony.
Yeah.
His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room? Answer me.
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want. It's not like any of them still matter anyway.
I mean the old records room.
Oh.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
He didn't run, that's why.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly aware of what he had done. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys. Spare them no mercy if they try anything. I've already told you everything I know. Can't you just leave me alone?
Yeah, but I still want to talk to you, you know? You get me?
To Squall and Fury.
So this is the old records room.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Unless he had some help.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking. Let's look around. Maybe we can find something that's been left behind.
Everyone searches around the room.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dia's father used.
And it's survived? I thought it would have melted away or something, I guess broken, I guess. Hold on, okay.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Yep.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been left behind?
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh?
Something did? Oh!
Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought
this is so wholesome.
prosperity to us all. Dehya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dehya, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech.
She's so cute.
Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
This is actually wholesome.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
This is just really wholesome. Damn, that's emotional. The whole story was shared with the cautionary fine joy and the story of the moment. Okay. I mean, she deserves to be silent. I mean, a lot happened.
What's this?
We got some snacks and drinks, all on Paimon's tab.
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money.
I mean, technically it's still my tab, but okay.
And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You looked super confused at the time, but said it was an adorable thing to say. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy.
I love how Aether said the exact same thing I said. It's really my treat, but you get the point.
Hey, this way you get something from the both of us for the price of one. Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me.
I mean, he was your father. Everything just happened so fast.
Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to us, it's the most worthless thing of all. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth and nearly even shed tears for his sake. We're hypocrites. All of us.
You should not question your true feelings, though.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
You're back! Are all of you all right?
No, not really.
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. All I can do now is wait for their verdict. Huh? Dehya, you're looking quite down again.
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better. I just...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel a little guilty watching you cry like this.
But Dehya, your pain must be even worse. You shouldn't need to comfort me.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing has finally shown me the difference between illusion and reality. My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
The desert sands are a part of who I am, and I will never be able to lead a peaceful existence.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd jobs. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play. Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Isn't that neat, though?
Yeah.
There'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
A rug? Seriously? I always more fun when everyone's together.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
Okay, we're here.
Oh, this rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Sultan?
Aren't you that mercenary
Oh!
with his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
Paimon, don't be scared. It's not like he can do anything.
What are you talking about? Do I look like I can take you all to a fight?
His tongue is not
I
been
just
healed.
came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to the Corps after this. Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
Ah, man, this guy's actually a good guy.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh. It feels lighter than expected.
I mean, yeah.
Back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat. But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. It kind of stinks.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break that rule, he could have at least copied something useful.
That probably means this was really important to
Yeah, I
him.
mean, he really likes storybooks, didn't he?
And here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, he always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman.
Oh,
a
her mother.
hair clip? Why are these things here?
I'm suddenly feeling a little scared.
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap and dumped any and everything in there. 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
What an interesting man.
There's something in the bottle.
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it in the bottle, though. If I end up forgetting about it, it won't really matter. To Dehya. It's a letter from me?
You don't need to read
it's
it out loud.
Right. I'll just read it out.
Yeah, I want
if he
everyone
went
to
to
hear
the
it.
trouble of writing a letter, there must have been some important things that he wanted to say. Or at least record down.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group. But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably Idrisi's fault.
Yeah, he's gonna blame someone else.
He was never up to any good.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point.
Yeah!
To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that... I was never your father to begin with.
Wait, what?
What?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and discovered a baby in the sands.
Are these guys from Nahida's story quest, by the way?
You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dehya, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child.
Isn't that also a good thing?
I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah.
It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story, that there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold.
Aww.
And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time.
Yeah, story quest 2 confirmed.
Some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it.
Their story quest Act 2 confirmed.
Enthusiastic.
Come on. Also, don't want to be want to see his weapons. I don't want you to stop going forward.
I'll help too.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Damn, this quest is emotional.
My life has certainly had its twists.
It's
and
more
turns,
emotional than a story
I've always
quest.
considered myself lucky because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
This quest was more emotional than Raiden's. I don't know what to say after that quest. It was actually so good. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't go part with the lore of the world, but it specifically tells a lot about the character itself, and it completely passed as a story quest. I have to say that much. Wow. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I mean, I don't know what to say about this quest anymore. It was so good. Even if the Diaz as a playable character isn't that good. But still, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.